Hello everyone, we will open up one of these starter decks again for the Riders of Rohan, for the Lord of the Rings card game by Fantasy Flight Games. I got this one as a gift for Sinterklaas, the Dutch holiday, where we give each other gifts. And there is another one coming up after this as well. So yeah, I have 3 decks now and I still miss one. The Defenders of Gondor. But this is the Riders of Rohan deck. Now look at that. We get a booklet just like the other one with the dwarves, where it tells you what the deck is about. And these are just cards for the good faction, the free people of Middle-earth, and not any missions, because these are just meant for new players to dive into the game, get a good deck, and start playing. Now then, I of course already have some boxes and everything, but I lacked a good deck to start with, and so I decided to ask these from my family and everything. So yes, we start off here with a hero, Eomer. Right, I am not going over the stats because I totally forgot it. Well, at least not these. But then again, I'll just skip it all. As a response, after a character leaves play, Eomer gets 2 attack, plus 2 attack until the end of the round. Limit once per round. Then we get another hero of the same color, Hirgon. And if I'm correct, just with the dwarves, just like the dwarves, we get 2 color deck here. And then the final cards are of a 3rd color. Right. To mix it up a bit, we have Hirgon, which is a Gondor scout. As a response, after Hirgon quests successfully, play a military sphere ally from your hand, reducing its cost by 1 to a minimum of 1. Then you may raise your threat by 1 to give that ally +1 strength and +1 defense until the end of the round. And then we have another hero, LotR. Alright, so that's a, it's not lore, it is leadership, I don't remember, it is blue at least, I think it is leadership. If Eomer is in play, LotR gains the Rohan trait. Response, after LotR commits to a quest, choose an ally in your hand. If that ally shares a trait with her, put that ally into play exhausted and commit it to the quest. At the end of the phase, if that ally is still in play, shuffle it into your deck. Nice. Eomund. As a response, and now we are going over to the allies. As a response, after Eomund leaves play, ready all Rohan characters in play. Escort from Edoras. Well committed to a quest. Escort from Edoras gets +2. Whatever that was. I forgot it. And then forced, after resolving a quest to which Escort from Edoras was committed, discard Escort from Edoras from play. Gandalf! Oh, more Gandalfs is always great. Gandalf is in his study, of course, and at the end of the round, discard Gandalf from play, and as a response, after he enters play, choose 1. Draw 3 cards, deal 4 damage to 1 enemy in play, or reduce your threat by 5. And we get 2 of him. Guthlaf. If there is at least 1 Rohan hero in play, which there probably is, lower the cost to play Guthlaf by 1. If there is at least 1 Gondor hero in play, Guthlaf gains Sentinel. And there's only 1 card in here. I'm guessing the other 2, because usually there are playsets in here. The other 2 will be at the final cards as a supplement, but we'll see. Then we have a horseback archer with ranged. Riddermark Knight, which is fun because ridder in Dutch means knight. Very, very cool. I noticed that when watching Lord of the Rings for the first time in cinema, when they spoke of the Riddermark. I was like, what? Excuse me. Right, as a response, after Ritter Mark Knight is declared as an attacker, it gets +2 attack for this attack. At the end of this attack, discard Ritter Mark Knight. West Road Traveler response. After you play West Road Traveler from your hand, switch the active location with any other location in the staging area. Now that is great. Really, really nice. Westfold Horsebreaker. As an action, discard Westfold Horsebreaker to choose and ready a hero. Westfold Horsebreeder. As a response, after Westfold Horsebreeder enters play, search the top 10 cards of your deck for a mount attachment and attach it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. Westfold Lancer. As a response, after Westfold Lancer quests successfully, discard it to choose a non-unique enemy in the staging area. Deal 2 damage to the chosen enemy. Westfold Outrider. As an action, discard Westfold Outrider to choose an enemy not engaged with you. Engage the chosen enemy. Then we go over to the attachments. We have Ancient Matham for 1. It's attached to a location. Response, after attached location is explored, the first player draws 3 cards. Sounds familiar. Did we get this one in the Dwarves deck as well? Interesting. Firefoot. Attached to a military or Rohan hero. Restricted. Attached hero gets +1 military, +2 military instead. Attack. Instead if attached hero is Eomer. And as a response, after attached hero attacks alone, exhaust Firefoot to choose a non-unique enemy engaged with you. Excess damage dealt by this attack is assigned to the chosen enemy. Kind of like Trample. Horn of the Mark, attached to a Rohan hero or Mary. Restricted. As a response, when a character leaves play, if that character shares at least 1 trait with the attached hero, exhaust Horn of the Mark to draw 1 card. The Red Arrow. Limited 1 per deck. Attached to a Gondor hero. Attached hero gets +1 of that questing stuff. Valor response. After attached hero quests successfully, add the Red Arrow to the victory display to search the top 5 cards of your deck for an ally and put it into play. Shuffle your deck. Then we get a War Axe. Attached to a military character, limit 1 per character. Restricted. Attached characters get +1 attack for each attachment it has with a restricted keyword. Nice. Very well-known card. A Test of Will, which was in the core set. As a response, cancel the when revealed effects of a card that was just revealed from the encounter deck. Very handy to have. Astonishing Speed, which is also the first card of the next pack. It's an event that says action until the end of the phase. All Rohan characters get +2 of the questing stuff, whatever that is. Okay, then we have Feint. Combat action. Choose an enemy engaged with the player. That player cannot attack that player this phase. Cool. 4th, Eorlingas. Combat action. Each Rohan hero can be declared as an attacker against enemies in staging area this phase. Nice. Oath of Eorl. Of Earl. Earl. Yeah, that must be Earl. Play only if you control a unique character with the Rohan trait and another unique character with the Gondor trait. Response: at the beginning of the combat phase, you resolve the step in which you attack enemies before resolving enemy attacks this phase. Each other player resolves the combat phase as normal after you resolve your attacks. Then we have the Master of Rohan. While paying for the Master of Rohan, each Rohan hero you control is considered to have a whatever that is icon. Planning action: search the top 10 cards of your deck for up to 4 Rohan allies and put them into play. Shuffle your deck. If any of those allies are still in play at the end of the round, discard them. Wait no longer. As a response, at the beginning of the quest phase, search the top 5 cards of the encounter deck for an enemy and put it into play engaged with you. Then, reveal 1 less encounter card this phase. Shuffle the encounter deck. And then we get to the point where we will get extra cards. Because as you can see, hold, this marks the cut off from the starter deck and the rest of the deck. So we get another hero here, Fast Red. As a response, after Fast Red defends an enemy attack, return that enemy to the staging area to reduce your threat by 2. Then we get an ally, the Riddermark's Finest as an action. Exhaust and discard the Riddermark's Finest to place 2 progress tokens on any location. Spirit Mark. Attached to a Rohan character, restricted. Attached character gets +1 strength. +2 strength instead of it if attacking an enemy in the staging area. Steed of the Mark. Attached to a Gondor or Rohan hero. As a response, after attached hero commits to a quest, spend 1 resource from attached hero's resource pool to a ready attached hero. Rohan Warhorse, attached to a military or Rohan hero, restricted. As a response, after attached hero participates in an attack that destroys an enemy, exhaust Rohan Warhorse to ready attached hero. Charge of the Rohirrim, action. Until the end of the phase, each Rohan character with a mount attachment gets +3 strength. Then we get Guthlaf. Like I said, we are going to complete the playsets now. Westfold Horsebreaker, Westfold Horse Breeder, Ancient Matham, Firefoot, Horn of the Mark, War Axe, Astonishing Speed, 4th Eorlings, Oath of Earl, the Muster of Rohan, and Wait No Longer. And as you can see, the only card that we didn't get a playset of is Gandalf. We only got 1 of him, and no cards in the extra section. So that's it for the Riders of Rohan. Thank you all very much for watching. I have now 2 decks. Maybe I can play with my girlfriend on the recordings with these decks to quest a bit. So, thank you all for watching, and see you all next time. Bye bye.